Good luck, good luck. Good luck, good luck. So here we have Slayer in the bottom left, the blue Terran. We have Imp, the top right, the teal Zerg. Imp, we've played several games against Imp, and Imp has a very specific style against Terran. Imp likes to go 2-hatch Muta and put a 3rd hatch in base, and go for a Ling Muta all-in. We don't know Slayer's TVZ style, but it'll be exciting to watch. It'll be super, super exciting to watch. And with both players, we see their APM very high, both of them spamming a lot. So let's see, what is Imp doing? Imp has an Overlord going, so this is either a 12 hatch or a 12... There is the Overlord. This is either a 12 hatch or a 12 pool. Probably a 12 hatch, just based on our experiences with Imp. But we are going to see where this goes. So Slayer is building a depot down there. We're really curious to see if Slayer has a wall-in in mind here, to protect against 9-pull speed, or if this is just a supply depot that's just positioned out of the way. Could go either way. And now we see the barracks. So right now Slayer has no SimCity against a 9-pull speed. So Slayer would be vulnerable to a 9-pull speed if Imp decided to go 9-pull speed. Luckily for Slayer, Imp is not going for that. So Slayer's going to go for mech. So we just played Imp 3 times like this, and in 2 of the games we managed to sneak Vultures by before Sunken was up. So hopefully Imp will make a Sunken in time, and the game won't just end to a Vulture run by. Meanwhile, we have Imp exactly as expected. Imp is going to go for 2-hatch Mutas, almost certainly with a 3rd hatch in base, going into a Ling Muta all-in. That is Imp's style here. So Imp sees an SCV going up. Let's see when Imp turns around. Imp sees the SCV and is going to turn around much faster. Imp did the exact same thing to us in the exact same position the last game. So it was a very good, very, very good scouting intuition from Imp. Not the exact same positions, but similar position, similar cross map. So very, very good intuition by Imp. We should probably turn on the StarCraft music if we're going to be casting. There is some Terran music for all of you. So here we have Imp. Let's see if Imp is going to lose this drone. Imp's going to scout the gas and try and escape. Let's see if Slayer can pull it off. Nope. Imp gets out with the drone. That is awesome. Imp knows exactly what is coming. Slayer has taken all 3 off gas. That is Flash's recommendation. We don't want to say that is correct, but that is what Flash does, which is about as close to correct as you can get, unless you're going without wandering off onto your own interesting build. Command center on high ground. That is going to protect against these 4 Lings. And Lair has started. Unfortunately, we were not watching the gas to see if Ling's speed was coming, but... Okay, so it looks like Arcade has built 2, and is gonna hold position some SCVs in the ramp. Built 3 Marines. So this is going to be really, really, really interesting. Actually, there's no chance that Imp will get up there. There's no chance that Imp get... This is just Slayer being super, super, super careful against a hatch all-in. So there are 2 paths you can take a mech build. One is to go 3 Vultures for a run-by, and the other is to go for earlier Goliaths. And it looks like Arcade, or it looks like Slayer. We are from Seattle. So it looks like Slayer is going to go for the three vultures for a run by. Gonna repair this one. These lings are going to be immediately pushed back, but they're going to scout the command center. And the scout is all the information that Imp needs. Oh, ooh, Imp could block this. Imp could hold position under the command center and block it from landing. Imp could delay that by just a little bit. It wouldn't have mattered because there aren't any main-arted SCVs yet. So the command center is not yet landed. Imp is making a ton of Zerglings. So this is built. The extractor is built. Imp is going to go for a solid 2-hatch Meta with a 3rd hatch in main. So Imp is going to be transitioning into a Ling Meta all-in. Imp has 2 Sunkens up. After getting, we just Vulture run by Imp twice in a row to win 2 games. So Imp is being super careful. Imp is very well aware that this is a way that Imp can die, and is going to just dodge that. Goliath is up, probably +1 armor. The engineering bay is finished, and Arcade will be... Shit. Slayer. Arcade was in our chat earlier, so he keeps thinking Arcade. But Slayer is probably going to be building 4 turrets now. 2 here, and 2 here, just to defend against the metas. The Vultures just scouted 12 o'clock. And with that 12 o'clock scout, they're going to know that the Vultures are just running around to see if there's a 3rd. And the Vultures are going to... The Vultures might even spread out and start checking all the possible bases. Ooh. This is really good for Imp. That little extra catch. So 2 Goliaths. Goliath range on the way. Arcade, there's 2 turrets there. And Arcade is actually going for... Sorry, Slayer. We need Slayer. The blue Terran is Slayer. We need to stop thinking Arcade. The blue Terran is Slayer and is going for 3 turrets down here. 4 turrets. So this is super defensive. So Slayer is thinking, I don't see a 3rd hatch. I don't see a 3rd base. This is an all-in. I need to defend against the all-in. And the Goliaths are actually a bit out of position, so this might actually work. Nope. Calmly held. So Imp has barely any economy behind this, so it's going to be really interesting to see how Imp transitions past this. Yeah, Slayer even sees that Slayer is confident that there's no 3rd hatch, so he's preparing into an all-in. So he's playing super defensively. So if Imp sees this, well... Yeah, there's just so many turrets. There are actually 7 turrets. Slayer has made 8 turrets right now. And these mutas need to get out of here. So unfortunately, Imp just doesn't have the economy to go to manage us behind this. Imp is pretty all-in right now. Slayer is continuing to pump out SCVs. And Slayer has a massive advantage, especially with all the extra turrets. So he's going to have this really well defended. Oh, so Slayer is actually supply blocked right now. That's why Slayer is supply blocked right now, and is, there's 1 depot on the way. Another depot on the way. Those mutas do not have a chance here. There's just too much. It looks like Imp is still at 4 drones mining at minerals at the natural, and 7 at the main. Unfortunately, it looks like Imp is just going for a super aggressive all-in style of play. And so Imp is on a real timer here. To get something done. And Imp is continuing to produce lings, so it looks like this is going to be Imp. Imp is gearing up for Imp's last attack as soon as Slayer moves out. And Slayer's is continuing to pump Goliaths and going up to 5 back. So these factory positioning, a little bit harder to click onto macro, but guarantees that no units will get stuck. So very nice. He tosses a tank into the mix. And Slayer has 2 academies now. Full control group of Goliaths with +1. So the mutas just aren't going to be doing very much damage here. Mutas do have +1. But there's still 4 drones at the natural. And 7 at the main. Imp has not made any more drones during this time. So Imp is gearing up for a single attack. And we don't think this is going to work. Yeah, Imp really needs to start making Imp, and we're expecting a GG really soon. Imp needs a 3rd hatchery and more drones. Imp just more than a 3rd base. Imp needs more drones to play a longer game. With 10 drones at the main and only 17 drones, Imp is really trying to get an all-in here. Imp is really trying to get an all-in here. So right now Slayer has 3 times the supply, so probably has +1 on the way. +1 incoming. Ooh, so this eBay is actually blocking these tanks from getting out. Yeah, the tanks are actually trapped right now, which is great for him. We imagine siege mode is done by now. One is done. So this is just gonna siege up, and Imp has nothing to stop this. There's the GG. Well played, Slayer. Well played, Slayer. Very well played. So we're going to see what Imp does in the next 2 games. Imp is watching the replay right now. So we're going to grab more water while Imp is watching this replay. We're going to be nibbling on some chocolate-covered raisins while we wait for the next game to be made. So how is everybody doing tonight? We hope that everybody's having an awesome day. So we have circuit breakers again. Let's see how Imp's PBT is, or ZVT is this time. So here you have Slayer, going to be the blue Terran again, and Imp with a random color, the Zerg. So Imp in bottom left is the teal Zerg again. And we have Slayer, in the top right is the blue Terran. Positions are reversed. So we are expecting the exact same builds again. There are some people who know several builds, but we'd say that most people at this level don't have that wide of a repertoire of builds. Of course, at the same time, Imp could go 9-pole speed. 9-pole speed is a build which is in everybody's repertoire. No matter what race you play, 9-pole speed is in your repertoire. So, no 9-pole. Probably a 12 hatchet again. And over here from Slayer, we have no wall again. So 9-pole speed would actually be pretty effective. It is really hard to defend a 9-pole speed without a Sim City. The Lings will move at the same speed as the Vultures, so they'll be able to chase down the Vultures, and they'll be able to easily surround the Marines. So here we go. 12 hatch again. Gonna be 12 hatch, 11 pole, 10 gas, almost certainly, with a scout. That scout's gonna be aiming just to see drone's gonna aim to see the factory and run away. Hatch, 11 pole, 10 gas. Straight into 2 hatch muted again, we're guessing. And we have the mech build again from Slayer. So Slayer is building many Marines. Slayer has actually not taken this off gas, so I wonder if Slayer's going to go for some sort of 2-fact. Nope, there's them taking off gas. A little bit late, but that's completely fine. And the factory is started. And that drone is not going to get up to scout. The drone is absolutely not going to get up to scout. It's 3 Marines? There's no way. Slayer's actually building a 4th Marine. A very safe play against Imp's aggression from last game. And there we go, Imp with 6 Zerglings. So actually a nice play. Okay, that vision right there, that does not look like it saw the factory at all. That does not look like it saw the factory. Didn't see a command center either, so unfortunately that drone's life was sacrificed for not much. 6 Zerglings, Imp is going fairly aggressive, but these Zerglings are not going to be able to do anything. Slayer is being super safe here. And the rest of the Zerglings are just going to stay here to see what comes out of the base. So, supply depot and armory at the same time. So with this build, if you want to go 3 vultures, normally go for the supply depot first. If you were only going for 1 vulture, you'll go for the armory and then the supply depot. And Slayer is supply blocked at 26, but that's actually part of the build to get supply blocked at 26. For a little bit. Meanwhile, Imp is indeed going for 2 Hachmita again. Imp has 8 drones, 11 drones in the main, and 7 drones here. Okay, so Imp already has more drones than last time. Imp already has more drones than last time. Last time Imp had 4 drones at the natural, and 7 at the main, we believe. So Imp has a much better economy than last game. Let's see how... So Slayer's going for 2 factory. So Slayer's eBay is a bit late. It's 450 that you want to start it against 2 Hachmita. 520 against 3 Hachmita, so Imp is in a much better position this time. Slayer is not going to have any turrets to defend at all. And the add-on, these factories are not pumping out anything. The factories are not pumping out anything right now. And the add-on is not finished. The Goliath range is not finished yet. So Slayer tried to be safe earlier and hit a power spike earlier, but unfortunately it's not going to have the same power spike for the mutas. You can see the meters are have already popped, and the eBay is not yet finished. And there are no Goliaths out yet, so Imp actually might be able to just finish the game right now. And the vultures are not going to get in against 2 Sunkens. So yeah, Imp can just dive this right now. Against 2 Goliaths, Imp can just dive this and win. And now Imp can just dive the turret. Or kill the Marines. Look at that, 8 mutas against 0 Goliaths. And these factories are not building. Slayer's not supply blocked. In fact, we weren't watching carefully enough. Slayer might have been supply blocked. Imp, now is your timing. Now is your timing. There are no Goliaths at all. You can go in and snipe things. And more mutas continue to be pumped out. No 3rd hatchery yet from Imp. We'll see if that goes down in the main or not. Look at how many mutas there are compared to how few Goliaths. Imp going for a much more economical build, and Slayer not building as many Goliaths this time around. This is the strongest power spike that Imp is going to have, unless Imp takes a 3rd hatch at another base. The add-on is not spinning, so we're going to guess that is Goliath range done. Imp is scared of this fight, but Imp can absolutely take this right now. So as more time passes, it's going to look worse and worse for Imp, because... Okay, Imp is going. 2 turrets in range. But not that many Goliaths. The Goliaths are retreating to the turrets. Oh, that Goliath is so low. And Slayer is making a tank. That's not going to do very well against the Goliaths. Okay, that Goliath is out of position and can be just picked off right now. Okay, this is it. This is Imp's timing. This is Imp's timing. The Mutaling combo. And there's a third hatch in main. Ling speed is done. As more time goes on, Terran's ball is just getting stronger and stronger. We think Imp had a nice power spike earlier. Oh no. That's a great trade for Slayer. Yeah, we think that Imp is on a clock now. We think Imp has to attack now. Because Imp's army is just going to get weaker and weaker relative to Slayer's. Slayer is on 5 fact now. All can be just pumping out Goliaths. So Imp is very all-in, and Imp has not made any more drones, so Imp's timing is a little bit earlier. Or maybe Imp is waiting for... Okay, maybe Imp was waiting for the move out to snipe these away from the turrets. Let's see how this works out. The armor is really, really helping against the Lings. But Slayer's +1 is really helping against the mutas. Oh no, Imp is going for SCVs now. Imp, with this level of all-in, Imp has to go for the army. And unfortunately, with that attack defended, Imp just doesn't really have anything left. The Slayer's just gonna power up for a little bit and then move across the map. So that is more than a control group of Goliaths. That's about 15 Goliaths. 17 Goliaths? 18? And here are Imp's last Lings. So Imp really likes to put a third hatch in base, which forces Imp into a Zergling all-in style. Unfortunately, Zerglings just aren't... Goliaths are pretty good against Zerglings. And unfortunately, these meters are just going to get completely cleaned up here. And it looks like Imp would need a miracle or two to be able to come back in this game. Or another couple bases. Looks like Slayer is preparing to move out. Slayer is preparing for much more of a ground army. Oh wow, Slayer even got a vessel. Imp is diving the vessel. Gonna get the vessel, but that doesn't help much. Because Imp... It's a very, very nice pickoff. But the vessel just wasn't killing any mutas right now. So GG to Imp. And Slayer will take... And Slayer is now up 2-0 in this series. Slayer is up 2-0. So at this point, we just get to we get to see if Imp manages to change up the strategy against Mech in game number 3. Imp could even go for a Zergling all-in. A Zergling all-in would be very effective against the way that Slayer is playing. A Zergling all-in would be really good. Let's see if and we'll see how Imp handles this. We'll see how Imp handles this. This is amusing. The game creator's name has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in their name, so we're actually seeing that. So it looks like Imp actually might be going for some sort of earlier all-in. Imp, we believe that this is loser. This is a best of 5. Slayer is asking about that, and this time we're gonna have Teal Zerg versus Red Terran. So we have Overwatch. This is a 2-player map, so this will open all-in possibilities for Imp. So let's see how both of these players handle this. So Overwatch. Overwatch is a foreigner-made map, which is actually made into pro leagues. So there's a standard natural. And then there's a third over here. One of the more notable features right here is a double bridge. I'm trying to find the bridges. It is very dark and difficult to find. Ah, here it is. Not a double bridge, just a single bridge. A very, very narrow choke. So you have to either force your way through the choke, or come all the way around here. Another interesting feature is that in the very center, there's this tiny little hole that units can go through single file. Scouts can go through them. Workers can go through them. Yep. There we go. There we go. We did not see if that is exactly 9 pole speed, but we believe this is 9 pole speed. So this is exactly what we were mentioning before, that Imp might have chosen a 2-player map, so Imp can go 9 pole speed. And Slayer's building placement is weak to that. Slayer has no SimCity at all. All the Marines are going to be completely exposed. This is going to be scouted, so Zergling speed. There we go, there's Zergling speed. Is Imp going to continue on to lair? Is Imp going to go 1-hatch lair? No. Okay, so Imp should be sending these across the map right now. Every second that Slayer can buy with his SCV is huge. Every second that Imp chases his SCV is an extra second for Slayer to get up a bunker here. Or to set up a wall here. So we think Imp just forgot to take these off gas. Because if Imp had these on minerals right now, Imp would have enough for a second hatchery. Either to make more Zerglings, or to go all in with something else. Slayer's still going for the same mech build. So Imp is really on a real timer here. Oh, unfortunately there's There's no hole there. Okay, this is it. These are the links that Imp is going to have to finish off the game. Easily bust that down and gets the Marines. And with speed, these lings will keep pace with vultures, so this is a great position for Imp. This is a great position for Imp. And now Imp is taking the natural hatchery. Oh! Slayer manages to kill the lings. SCV is OP. There's a couple left, but SCV is OP. And there's more rallied across the map, but Slayer's definitely up in workers right now, and has a vulture out. Now Zerglings can still take out one. Can still take out right. So Imp has not rallied this across the map. Unfortunately for Imp. Unfortunately for Imp. And Imp is actually going to be taking a second hatch in base. Both of these players are at 200 APM, so they're both doing amazing stuff with their APM. So Slayer right now is just kind of going mass vultures. So Imp is trying to use these Zerglings defensively instead of offensively. Unfortunately, with an all-in build like that, that's just kind of a losing strategy. Imp's best chance is if Slayer just throws this. Oh, Imp! Now Imp's gonna attack and try and snipe these vultures. So Zerglings with speed can definitely catch slow vultures. So very, very nice pickoffs. And now Imp's gonna have another shot at this. There's a vulture and a marine with a vulture on the way. And there is another command center coming. So let's see if those marines can get us. Let's see if the Zerglings can get us surrounded in the vulture. Two vultures now. Whether or not the lings aren't going for the vultures. The lings have to be going for the vultures. Okay, the lings are just diving SCVs. Fast Zerglings can pick off slow vultures, so Slayer is probably going to send let's see if Slayer sends these vultures back across the map. Slayer with a solid 10 SCVs on minerals against 5 drones on minerals. So Lair is finished. We do not see a Spire anywhere. Way more Zerglings coming. These Zerglings are going to be able to pick off these vultures. Unless Slayer micros them amazingly. It's way easier to control the Zerglings against the vultures than it is to control the vultures. Imp actually had a great timing where Imp could have just run across the map with a few mutas. But Goliaths are on the way. So this is a control group of lings. It looks like the Imp is just going to continue to Zergling the entire way through. There are 4 vultures out now, so we're starting to near the point of the game where Imp's attacks are just going to get weaker and weaker. So there's another control group of Zerglings here. And Imp is just going to keep sending Zerglings across the map. There's now 3 factories down. A bunch of SCVs. Continual vulture production. And that armory is up. Turrets are up. So Slayer thinks that mutas are coming. And Slayer is correct, and Slayer is playing wonderfully to be setting this up. Because mutas are the way that Slayer can lose. So fortunately, Imp still has only 5 on minerals, and there's a GG. 3-0 for Slayer. Very, very well played by Slayer. Very, very well played by Slayer. So GG to Slayer, and Slayer moves on to the round of 16. Very, very well played. Thank you for the follow, Jiro Burintian. Very, very much appreciated.